What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, I'm going to share with you 12 ways you can command respect. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Charles Young, salute. Now, I firmly believe that respect is very important to most men. In fact, for me, it's a deal breaker. Whether we're talking about family, friends, or romantic relationships, if you don't have respect for me, we just can't vibe. But I do realize there are times when you just have trouble commanding the respect you think you deserve. That's what I want to help you with on today's video. On today's video, I'm going to give you 12 tips that if you implement them in your life, I firmly believe you'll be on your way to commanding much more respect. So without any further delay, let's hop right into it. First up on the list of 12 ways you can command more respect is something I believe is hugely important. Before you can command respect, do some self-reflection. Are you first worthy of respect? Here's the thing. Yes, it's nice if people just automatically respect you, but don't feel entitled to respect. Earn that respect. Do you have a moral code? Do you have principles you live by? Are you a man who carries himself with integrity, grace, dignity, and humility? Bottom line, are you just a good person? If so, you're much more likely to command respect. You first must hold yourself accountable and have guiding principles that direct how you speak, but more importantly, how you act. So if you're having difficulty commanding respect, do what every person should do. Look inward first, take accountability, and make sure you're first worthy of respect. Now, in our first tip, we talked about the importance of a moral code, and that piggybacks nicely into our next tip. People will respect you more if you have a perspective. Here's what I mean. Do you have a worldview? Do you have a point of view that you strongly believe in? Do you communicate that to others? You should have your square and be willing to stand on it and not get pushed off it easily. And even if other people don't agree with your perspective, if you have one that you communicate, they will respect it. Here's the thing, they may not always agree, but they know where you're coming from. They can count on you being you. They know when you consider things and take action, it's based on a point of view. There's a code, there's a reason why you do what you do. If your perspective is wishy-washy and it changes based on how the wind blows, nobody respects that. Stand firmly on your square. Have a perspective, you'll command more respect. Having a square that you stand on and not easily being pushed off of it leads into my next tip. If you want to command more respect, you have to stand up for yourself. Now, one of the huge mistakes so-called nice guys make, they're always trying to get people to like them, bending over backwards, putting other people's needs in front of their own. Yes, people will take advantage of this, but they won't respect you. People respect boundaries. You need to clearly communicate to people your point of view, what you're willing to accept, but more importantly, what you're not going to take. One of the best ways to command more respect, learn the power of no. Yes, you should be a kind man. You should be compassionate and generous, but you only should give to a point, to the point you're comfortable doing. People will take your kindness for weakness. Make sure you stand up for yourself. Say yes, but often say no as well. You have to have boundaries to command respect. Now, when it comes to standing up for yourself, there's some nuance I want you to pay attention to. A person who commands respect is assertive, but not aggressive. I know you're thinking, what's the difference? When you're an assertive person, if there's disagreement or conflict, you resolve that conflict in a calm, rational manner. An aggressive person, on the other hand, has a scorched earth policy. They have to win and everyone else has to lose. Keep in mind, life isn't a zero-sum game. Yes, you can get your point across, you can stand your ground, but you don't have to do it at the expense of others. Aggression is emotional and angry. Assertiveness is calm, cool, and collected. Yes, standing up for yourself will command respect. But in life, it's not always what you do, sometimes it's how you do it. You'll command more respect if you're assertive, not aggressive. Now, you'll often hear me talk about on this channel the importance of a man having a purpose and staying on it. Do you realize doing so will command much more respect? Here's the thing, when you set and achieve short and long-term goals, People notice this. People instinctively respect successful people. The more you achieve, the more respect you'll garner. You'll notice even when you make small improvements, you get more respect. When you go from A to B, not necessarily from A to Z, people respect the evolution. They respect the progress. The better you get, whether it's physically, mentally, career-wise, money-wise, people will see that, they'll respect you. So being a man who has a purpose and something that drives him, not only will you get further in life, you'll command more respect. Now, as you stay on your purpose, become more successful, and climb the ladder in life, one of the things that will command more respect is if you, in turn, respect hierarchy. Here's what I mean. The more successful you become, those around you and those who look up to you will respect you more. But they're also paying attention to those above you. Here's the thing. No matter how high you climb in life, there's always somebody a little bit further on top. Do you have the ability to respect that? Whether it's personally or professionally. Gonna be times, no matter who you are, where somebody else outranks you. Can you deal with that with humility and grace? As you climb higher and achieve a certain gravitas, you want those looking up to you to respect you. You have to do it in kind to those above you. Now, next up is a way to command more respect from people you're just meeting, or even more importantly, strangers with your first impression. You'll command more respect if you carry yourself with strong body language. The thing about having strong body language, it indicates a level of self-respect. If you communicate self-respect, people realize they need to respect you as well. It'll just be instinctual. People's first impression is often based on how you carry yourself. So when you walk into a room, stride with purpose. Keep your head up, chest out, shoulders back. Make and maintain strong eye contact. Give a firm handshake. Don't look around, don't look down. Don't look unsure. Stand tall, don't slouch over. Have open body language. Welcome people in. If you exude confidence and self-respect by how you carry yourself, it's just instinctual for people, especially those having a first impression, to respect you right back. Now, next up on the list is a tip to command more respect for my super confident guys out there. You need to have purpose, you need to stand on your square, but you command more respect if you're open-minded. Yes, you should have guiding principles and things you strongly believe in. But an intelligent person adapts when they get new information. They're constantly evolving. You won't always be right. And when other people see you're open-minded and you can be persuaded when given new information, you can easily persuade them just as well. If you're open to their point of view, they're much more likely to respect yours. Nobody respects a know-it-all. As I said, stand on your square, have your core principles, but a person, as he gets more experience, should adapt and evolve. And there's some things that other people's perspective can point out to you that might be right under your nose, but you just don't see it. Like I said, stand on your square, have your principles, but you command more respect if you're open-minded. Here's something you might not have thought of that can command more respect. I think it's a good principle to under-promise and over-deliver. Here's what I mean. Be a man who means what he says and says what he means. If you're gonna do something, make sure you do it. People respect people that are dependable. That's why you shouldn't go out of your way bragging about your accomplishments and what you can do for other people. If you say you're gonna do something, make sure you can stand on it. People respect men who stand on their word. And if you promise something, make sure you come through. And it doesn't hurt to over-deliver. Don't raise people's expectations far beyond what you can provide. People will respect you if they can count on you. And here's another thing. Only speak on and give your opinion on things you're informed about. If you don't know, don't say anything. I think it's a great principle to under-promise and over-deliver. Say what you mean what you say. Now, a lot of the focus today is about you commanding respect, making sure you get what you need for other people. But you'll actually command more respect when you add value to other people's lives. Here's the thing, you'll automatically get more respect when you live a life of reciprocity. When you pour into others, you'll garner more respect if people feel like their life is better off having you in it. If you're only taking, looking out for your desires, people don't respect that. You have to keep in mind that yes, you should have a purpose, but life is about people, life is about relationships. You have to give as well as you receive. If you're the type of person who only is looking out for themselves, has no reciprocity, and doesn't pour into others, it garners little respect. When people realize you're a kind man, someone who's compassionate, generous, and gives to others with boundaries, they'll respect you more. You've added value to their life. Now, our first tip on commanding more respect requires you to look inward. Our next one does as well. If you want people to respect you, are you treating other people with respect? Here's the thing. You can't expect people to do for you what you aren't willing to do as well. Are you making sure everyone you come in contact with, you treat them with respect? Whether they're above you, below you, whether they can do something for you or not. One of the keys in commanding more respect is make sure you're treating people the way you want to be treated. Are you kind? Not nice, but yes, kind. Compassionate, generous, empathetic. Are you willing to listen to other people's point of view? Do you respect the square they stand on? If you do, they can in turn respect you as well. It's all well and good to puff your chest out and demand respect. But remember, you can't get what you aren't willing to give. Now, there will be times in your life, no matter how much you implement the things we talked about in today's video, certain people just won't respect you. If you want to command more respect in your life, eliminate those people from your life. There's just going to be times where you come across disrespectful people. And here's what I want you to do. I wouldn't automatically eliminate them, but sit them down and indicate and communicate clearly your problems you're having with the way they respect you. Sometimes a person may not realize they're disrespecting you, but once you clearly communicate it to them and give them a chance to modify their behavior and they don't, give them the boot. Now, I do realize there's some people in your life you can't easily eliminate, friends or family, but here's what I want you to do. Communicate with them, let them know the problems, and if they can't change, love them from a distance. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, respect is hugely important. I believe it's something all men crave. And if you find yourself not getting the respect you truly deserve, there are things you can do to command more respect. If you implement a lot of the things we talked about in today's video, I firmly believe you'll get the respect you deserve. Now, as always, I'd love to have your input. Let us know in the comments section if there's some strategies I might have left out that will help the Style O.G family command more respect.